taken out of the stomach of a calf.
Of a
Calf.
calf.
Yeah,
Cow.
it's a baby cow.
Cow.
So what this enzyme does, it thickens up the milk. So after 30 minutes of stirring, the milk gets thick as pudding, and it gets cut into two parts. The upper part is 90%, and it's called whey. And the under part is called curds, and that's 10%. We need the curds, we don't use the whey. So what we do is we take the 10% of curds, and we put it inside of the cheese form. This is a 1 kilogram cheese form, and put it for 2 hours under the press. Under the press it stays for 2 hours, and this is for it to press out the remaining water that's still inside the curds. So after the 2 hours, we put it inside the salt bath. The salt bath is 20% of salt and 80% of water. And what this does is it gives the cheese its naturally salty flavor, but it also preserves the cheese for a longer period of time. So what we do afterwards, we take it out of the salt bath and put it into a liquid wax, 2 layers, and let it ride for 2 to 1 month. So as you can see, there's a lot of cheese behind me on the shelves. For 1 month, you get a young cheese. After 6 months, it becomes a middle-aged cheese, and after 2 years or longer, it becomes a mature cheese. The young cheese is very
Soft.
mild flavor, and it's also very soft indeed. But the older the cheese gets, the drier and the saltier it gets. This one is, for example, 3 years old, and it's very hard, as you can hear.
This is edible, huh? So this is edible.
Yes.
You can have this. It's so hard, you know.
Yeah, it's edible. You can cut it into pieces and you can have it, yes. So inside the store we have different flavors of cheeses, and the flavors are added into the cheese when it's under the press, so when it's still curds, and then we mix the different ingredients inside of it. But the main cheeses you have to remember are the 3 milks that we have. We have the goat milk, the sheep milk, and the cow milk. And then we can add the flavors to those kind of milks. We also have a cheese that looks like a sausage, but it's actually vegetarian. There's no meat inside. It's smoked cheese. So because it's smoked, it has its brown color.
Smoked cheese.
Yes. So now I'm going to show you how we cut the cheese in Holland. So we have 2 knives. One is called the cheese slicer, and it's the cheese grater. The cheese slicer, everybody in Netherlands has one. And what you can do is slice cheese in pieces. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Here you go.
Excuse me, I'm
Sorry, you can try this cheese also inside. I'm just demonstrating it right now how we cut the cheese. And this one is the cheese grater. This is great on pasta or on pizza, just like that. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the explanation. If you have any questions, you can always ask me or my colleagues inside. But before you... Sorry?